Breaking the silence. What does business need to do to ride the wave? Friends, today we find ourselves in the midst of a heated debate. Why did we allow the second wave to happen? Why are we watching silently as millions of jobs are being lost? Why are lives being lost? It's time to break this uncomfortable silence which has brought the entire world to its knees. We can't run away from it anymore because no place on the earth is safe anymore. Let's face it, the disease has an underlying message for humanity. Without compassion and ethical behavior, we cannot save the planet. Medicines alone will not cure the deeper malaise, which is human greed, exploitation, and remaining silent in the face of injustice. The second wave has also proved that the good or right actions of only a few cannot save humanity from disaster. It is the collective effort of all that can save the planet. While governments, corporates, and citizens alike have now jumped into the fray to ensure damage control and prevent the spread, one company showed great foresight and immense heart in handling this unprecedented crisis way back in March 2020. That company is C-Quel. And in our 21 years of doing business, we have lived by the motto, love, serve, and leave the rest to God. In early 2020, when the world was still not fully aware of the devastating impact of the approaching COVID-19 crisis, C-Quel predicted this very differently. In our Foundation Day event on 7th March 2020, our Managing Director Sushoban Sarkar led from the front and spoke with great passion and fervor on how the team needs to prepare for COVID-19. The MD personally distributed high-quality masks to all C-Quel team members as a Foundation Day gift, along with vitamin C tablets and other essential medicines. He explained at length the new lifestyle that all team members should adopt to enhance their immunity and secure the health of their family members and aged parents as well. So, instead of profits, bottom lines, and business targets, C-Quel set the tone and context for the looming crisis by focusing on the health and well-being of the team and its family. The MD continued to enforce mask wearing beyond 7th March. You may not believe this, but in our corporate headquarters building in Kolkata, C-Quel team members wearing masks in the lift would often be laughed at by people from other companies. We are not proud that we are having the last laugh. We are immensely grateful that due to our MD's vision and concern for people, not a single life has been lost in Team C-Quel till date. C-Quel's task of tackling the crisis did not end here. As soon as the nationwide lockdown was declared, all companies immediately went into cost-cutting mode. Saving the business bottom line became the first priority for many companies. In contrast, C-Quel enhanced the health insurance benefits for the entire team and also extended the same to the family members of employees. C-Quel incurred a huge amount of additional cost during a time when its own payments were being inordinately delayed by large companies, and despite losing almost 20% of its revenue due to abrupt contract terminations within the first 2 months of the lockdown. During the lockdown, there were employees, including freshers, who had been freshly recruited and did not have any knowledge of the work. And there were a set of employees who relocated to their hometowns in remote locations having no internet connectivity. Despite this disruption and non-productivity, C-Quel did not terminate any employment association, although around 40% of the employees were not in a position to contribute to business from home. Salaries of all team members continued to be paid in full without any reduction and without missing the salary payment deadline. During phase 1 of the lockdown, C-Quel senior management was in constant touch with team members who fell sick either owing to COVID or any other reason, providing strong support in terms of arranging doctor consultations and arranging other requirements at their residences. During the end of 2020, when there was a false hope of the COVID infection going down and a casual approach had crept in towards COVID protocol compliance, C-Quel management was extra cautious and kept alerting team members about the probable second wave. Once again, C-Quel distributed high-quality face masks to all team members on 7th of March 2021, C-Quel's Foundation Day, to reinforce the message that COVID is not yet history and that it is here to stay for a while. After a prolonged period of work from home, when some of our team members resumed work from office, C-Quel organized desktop yoga sessions via video conferencing for all team members. This was implemented keeping in mind the various physical ailments that team members might face due to the current circumstances. The desktop yoga sessions, which included breathing techniques and easy-to-do physical exercises, were circulated to all team members who were working from home so that they don't develop diseases like spondylitis and other allied health issues. This was a continuous activity covering about 3 weeks, and during our sessions, each team member was alerted about the enhancement of immunity as well as adherence to proper COVID protocols. As the vaccination process commenced for the age group of 60 plus and 45 plus, C-Quel senior management repeatedly appealed to all team members to get their parents vaccinated. This was a huge step since some of the team members' parents were already down with COVID. However, because of the timely insistence of C-Quel's senior management, there was no criticality in the families of our team members. C-Quel management also wrote a strong communication to the C-Quel HO Building Committee to impose strict COVID protocols to ensure that everyone in the entire building complex remained secured. It was not just C-Quel employees that our management was concerned about. The entire population of our 2-towered and 22-storied business park was our ardent concern. It is because of the strict compliance maintained by C-Quel, it is important to note that although all other offices in the business park were massively infected, C-Quel team members coming to office were relatively insulated. This is a live example that you cannot manage compliance. You have to be compliant in letter and spirit. It is with deep humility we proclaim that in our 21-year business journey, we have not faced a single litigation arising out of non-compliance owing to C-Quel's deep-rooted culture of ethical business behavior and our loving concern for all. Compliance and ethics needs to walk the talk, and to walk tall in corporate hallways, in our homes, in our country, and in the world at large. COVID has shown us that the wrong actions of a few can destroy an entire economy, nay, an entire planet. Our silence can destroy us. Join us in praying for a better humanity where conscience and not commerce will rule our actions, where genuine concern and not hollow greed will decide our policies and our politics. Our time starts now.